Any change to your thinking then on the Japanese currency? Any thoughts on timing of any intervention? We were just hearing from our guest about the futility of intervention if the US doesn't do something that changes the dynamic on interest rates.
Yeah, good morning, Anna. No major change. I am still structurally very bearish the yen. I still think that if the MOF come in and intervene, the discretionary macro hedge fund community will excitedly use that intervention as a chance to just sell yen at better levels. I don't expect intervention. Obviously, it's a risk if dollar yen is much higher by tonight. I'm told by some of my colleagues, some smart colleagues in Japan, 157.60 might be the level to watch. I kind of think it's got to be somewhere near 160 probably before the MOF is going to intervene when we're in a world of where US yields are going to continue to drift higher.
OK. There's so much to talk about this morning, Mark. Let's go from what's going on in currency markets to what's happening in metals. Copper hitting $10,000 a tonne in London for the first time since 2022, which isn't that long ago. But interesting dynamics in this market, given the M&A excitement in the market that we covered a lot yesterday. I know your colleagues have been writing about how the short-term direction might be a little opaque. I think this was on the Markets Live blog just yesterday. But maybe the medium-term dynamic a little more solid in terms of the copper price. And we all know that this is an important metal for transition. What do you make of this latest move higher in copper?
Yeah, look, I think that the $10,000 is just symbolic as those lovely round numbers, gets great headlines, we all get excited, but it's a little bit of an arbitrary level. The backdrop story here is that we're still seeing an incredible reflationary dynamic in commodities. And like, while some of the gains have come out of oil markets, which is kind of the benchmark one to watch, and obviously the most important commodity, the fact is the Bloomberg Commodity Spot Index is right up at the highs and has just seen incredible gains over the last 2 weeks. In fact, other commodities are gaining so much that they're making up for the fact that oil prices have pulled back from the highs. And this is another dynamic that is going to feed through to yields. It's going to feed through to yields in a couple of months. So when we stop running out of kind of the upward momentum from the Fed readjustment, we'll get another one from commodity inflation.